Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the NFL's all-time passing leader, Drew Brees, and the New Orleans Saints as they match up with Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. With that, let's head over to the space city of Houston. Standing by at NRG Stadium, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Texans offense heading out, and it's Deshaun Watson leading the way, the third-year man out of Clemson. Last year, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, but the big number for the Texans, he was sacked a league-high 62 times. They'll try to do better in this one. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. And let's look here at the Houston offense.
Have no idea what they're putting in the food in the Martin household, but they've developed two terrific offensive linemen. Brother Zach, a perennial all-pro at guard with the Dallas Cowboys, but Nick, no slouch at center for the Houston Texans. He sets the tone for their offensive line. He's the pivot up front.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A throw out line to QT, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Watson on first down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's second down.
It's been a long day for you.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The tackle made by Mario Davis. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Drop deep, drop deep.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete.
Intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. They're led out by their 6-foot quarterback. You may have heard of him. From Purdue, it's Drew Brees.
And when you think of Drew Brees, you think of production and you think of competitiveness. That guy competes on every snap, whether he's throwing it, moving around in the pocket, calling plays, you name it, he knows how to rally a team.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
The steal in the 2017 NFL Draft had to be running back Alvin Kamara out of Tennessee, who ended up being that year's NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. Split time with Mark Ingram his first 2 years in the league. With Mark Ingram now in Baltimore, it's his show. And through his first 2 years, almost equal yardage, rushing and receiving. Expect his rushing numbers to take a big leap in 2019.
On second down, Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Let's go, baby.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brees. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. To throw, it's Brees. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
In his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Ready, yellow lady.
Brees now on first down. Ginn has it complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Breeze to throw again. Now Breeze lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And now out comes Houston, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Shotgun now for Breeze. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Lutz to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
23 yards, the final tally.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Throwing again is Watson. And now he'll tuck it and run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
From the gun, here's Watson. Open man, the tight end falls. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down carry now for Miller. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check back.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Out of the gun, Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He doesn't often, as a corner, get the chance to make a stop in the run game, but he did there. Nice job.
Yeah, how about winning his one-on-one battle on the perimeter? And in this case, it turned into a tackle out there. Big-time play. Love what we just saw.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll go with a draw. Watson hands to Miller. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
6-man.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long It's Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Come on, dude.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, And someone jumped.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught, Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a play fake. Breeze. Well, this is caught by Ginn. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Throwing now is Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Turn.
Now Breeze again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line.
3rd down and goal now. This Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Again, it's Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Saints have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Miller. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Kiki QT. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Pick it up. Mike's 47.
This is Miller. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You got it. You
A
got
gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Saints' 45-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, 47. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's what I do. 54 right there.
On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, but I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Mike 47. Watch the screen. Pass. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And his throw here is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you.
And that is incomplete here.
Incomplete. Intended for Ted Ginn Jr. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Ready. 95-56, 95-56. I got you. Jim.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Breeze, a quick throw out to Thomas. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze again has it complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
To Ted Ginn. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ready?
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Well, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Breeze pass complete to Michael Thomas. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Kamara. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. He won't go down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Watch the screen.
On first down, Murray looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Here's Kamara off the draw. After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Ready. 5-9.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Breeze going to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the Texans' 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
makes the score Saints 20.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And a look now at Lamar Miller. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Back to the air, Watson on second down. Underneath for Miller. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the gun, here's Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Throwing again on second down. Breeze, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Breeze to throw again. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that.
On first down, Breeze. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Jared Cook. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Again, it's Kamara. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now Breeze on third down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Pressure comes, but it doesn't prevent him from getting off a good one here. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Ready. You ready? Right there in the middle. 55. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Breeze now on 1st down. And this is Cook with a grab. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Breeze now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Defense wins championships, baby. Both sides of go.
They'll run with Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Watson finding fouls complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
47.
Check, 47. I got one.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Rankins drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We want it. Come to my work.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Well, this is caught by Ginn. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 39-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Breeze on the bootleg. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Running with Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Hey, ready? 95, 56.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Ready, touch.
Going quickly here to Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. From the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now out comes Houston. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 81 yards, and the Texans get a bit closer.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady.
80 seconds, me. 80 seconds.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And the Saints first down.
Ready?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Eyes on 13. Eyes on 13.
To throw, it's Brees. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
It's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line.
First down, New Orleans.
Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Brees. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Texans' 22-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. Oh no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now it's Watson. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there. Yeah,
no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Watson now to throw. Got an open man. It's QT. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards on that one and also a Texan first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. And Stills bringing it in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Back to throw, Watson. Completes it to Miller. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson, rolling to his left. He'll try and run it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Out, we go. 54 Mike.
This is Stills on the jet sweep.
Watch the pass.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
On 2nd down now, it's Miller. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
3rd and 2, Watson. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in, and the call essentially says all 11 have to make a play here. You have to show toughness. We just saw it there.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And they'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
On second down, Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, they need a touchdown here in the 4th in a 1-score game, and that block punt, that really helped.
And it doesn't matter whether it was schemed that way or someone made a great individual effort or there was a breakdown. They got exactly what they needed. And right now, in this field position, they've got to be in attack mode on offense.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Right there. Set. 19. 54 Mike. Bring it. Bring it.
3rd down, Carlos Hyde. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He finds Hopkins complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
Watson. And it's a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Brees now to throw. That one complete to Hill.
Brees pass complete to Taysom Hill. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Third and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. Now a play fake. Brees. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. A big play. Brees finding Thomas. 55 yards. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Working from the gun, it's Brees. He gets it to Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion, beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Watson and the Texans now down by 7, just under 2 minutes to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. He'll look to throw. He's got Fuller. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Ready. You ready? I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Watch the whip.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long from Houston.